Should you kiss on the first date? That is the question of today's video. Welcome back to class, baby. I'm your boy, Tristan Social. If you don't know who I am, million followers on Instagram. I pick up girls around the world. We're making this even bigger than what it already is by going over to YouTube. If you're old here, welcome back to class. We're glad to have you. Today's lesson or question: should you kiss on the first date? I remember when I was going through my dating process, and even when I call a girl my girlfriend when I was 14 years old, 15 years old, and I'd still feel nervous about kissing her or holding her hand or doing anything that was romantic because it was new to me. And there's a lot of different cultural backgrounds that people come from. There's no one size fits all answer when it comes to this question. But for me, personally, what I believe is I'm going for the kiss on every single first date. If she refuses to kiss me on the first date, the likelihood of me going on a second one with her is slim to absolutely none. Because here's the thing, guys. I'm a man. That's a woman. That's the dynamic that we find ourselves on. I heard a great quote the other day. A date without physical intimacy is a meeting. And listen, buddy, I've worked out too much. I've done too much reading, too much intelligent work, too much work on myself, too much physical activity, too many workouts to look at a situation where I'm physically attracted to a woman. And if I'm going on a date where I'm not physically attracted to the woman, I should not be on that date in the first place. But I'm going on dates with physically attractive women, I'm going to express that. My big thing, guys, and if you heard me say this in one video, you've heard me say it in 100 videos, my road to salvation is paved with these YouTube. And I did too much damn work to not go on a date with the women that I like. Here's the thing, guys. Women are the test. Did you do the homework beforehand? Did you do the readings? Did you do the journaling? Did you do the meditations? Did you do the workouts? Did you do the internal work? Did you do all of these things to make you feel successful and to make you feel comfortable being confident walking into the test? And I have. Have you? It's for you to decide. The only reason that men really feel nervous when a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful girl walks by is because they feel like there is still work yet to be done. They need to be working on it in the moment at all times, investing in yourselves. But back to the question, should you kiss on the first date? Absolutely. If she's not wanting to kiss on the first date, there's something that you're not doing right and you're not physically escalating right, and we're gonna go into that in a second, or you're selecting your women wrong. And both are very, real situations that men sometimes find themselves in, but you don't have to. You don't have to be one of those guys. Truly, honestly, and transparently, you don't have to be one of those guys where you find yourself struggling in the dating department when it comes to getting a kiss on the first date. Some problems that guys might come across when they're trying to get a kiss on the first date, I think first and foremost is a qualification selection process. Like, if I'm going on a date with a girl, I talked to her, I got her phone number, I set something up, and there isn't like a physical chemistry right there. There's something I'm doing before the date even happens that I'm not doing or doing too much of that is preventing me from being in the space that feels comfortable, pulling her closer to me, spinning her around, giving her a kiss. So we're gonna go into how to set up the first kiss in a lot of different ways, but I think a qualification thing, guys. I don't go to McDonald's looking for a Whopper? Yeah, they have Whoppers at Burger King. I'm not going to McDonald's looking for a Wendy's 4 for $4. I'm not going to this establishment looking for something that they don't sell there. I'm not going to a steakhouse looking for a vegan option. Could it be there? Sure. Is it the likelihood that it is? Probably not. So why am I gonna go swim in the ponds that doesn't have the sharks that I wanna find myself around? If you find yourself talking to extremely religiously devout girls, if you find yourself in situations and circumstances, it's the same thing. It's like you go to the club looking for your wife. Probably not. Probably that's not the play right there. So should you kiss on the first date? Always go for it. Absolutely. And here's the thing. Some people are going to be okay with it. Some people are not. Just find yourself with more dates where they are okay with it, where they are okay with being physically intimate, physically expressive, physically okay with you expressing yourself in that way. We talked about love languages in the past. A good way that I like to set up the date or to set up the physical intimacy on the date is I ask, what are your favorite love languages? Or what are your love languages on how you give and how you receive? If you don't know what the love languages are, we're gonna do a whole training on love languages and how they tie into relationships, dating, X, Y, and Z. But you have physical touch, words of affirmation, gift giving, quality time, and acts of service. So when I ask a girl this, I genuinely am interested to find out how she gives and how she receives love. And she'll be like, okay, I'm words of affirmation and physical touch. If she says physical touch, I'll be like, oh my God, that's awesome, because I'm a big physical touch guy myself. I just want to make sure, like, when I like somebody, I'm affectionate. Are you okay with physical touch? And then I'll reach out and I'll physically touch her on the arm or somewhere neutral like that. And if she responds positively, I'm like, hey, come over here. Come over here, little baby. And it's because I've done the work beforehand. Like, I know I'm a big dude. I did the workouts to get to this point. I used to be skinny. I used to be bullied. I used to be picked on for being too short, too skinny. And I changed that. I did the work to be necessary to be able to feel confident in those situations. And you're doing the work too by watching these videos. Congratulations to you. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. If you're looking for deeper levels of coaching, you're a high achieving individual, reach out, link in the bio down below. But because I feel comfortable, because I've done the activity so many times, it becomes effortless and seamless. It may not and probably won't feel effortless and seamless for you on the first go, which is completely okay. It'd be ridiculous to think for any time that you try something new that you're gonna be good at it. Because if you have no adjacent skills or you haven't done this skill before, it'd be delusional for you to believe that you're gonna be exceptional at something that you've never done before. So when I'm setting up the intimacy, so I set up the intimacy. First you have intimacy, then you have the kiss. You set up the physical intimacy. I like to, by talking about love languages, having genuine interest. And here's the thing, if they say that physical touch is something that takes a lot longer for them to build up, I go ahead and I disqualify right there. If you guys are new to game, disqualification is like showing like, hey, maybe we're not a good fit, and showing them the door essentially. The Art of the Deal with Donald Trump speaks about no deal is better than a bad deal. No deal is, I want to slam my pen down because it's such a true statement. No deal is better than a bad deal. I'd rather walk away from a date because it's not a good fit than be on a date with somebody that I don't really want to spend my time with. And a good qualification metric is, if the date costs $60, would you rather have $60 in that chair, or would you rather have that person in the conversation that you're having? If it's the $60, take your money and leave. Just end the moment right there. And that's a good metric for anything in life. If you rather have the money instead of the experience, instead of the connection with the person, then you can just get up and leave right there. But no deal is better than a bad deal. And a bad deal is when you're on a date with somebody that doesn't have the same sort of level of intimacy that you're looking for, and it takes a lot longer for them. Here's the thing, I like casual hookups. I like casual sex. That's me. I know who I am. People are not gonna shame me into thinking what they think and what they believe. And I'm here to tell you right now, whatever it is that you're attracted to, as long as between two consensual adults, is okay. 100%. If you like casual sex, if you like long-term relationships and leading towards marriage, whatever it is you like, don't feel shame about it. I like kissing on the first date, and I like it to be known that I like kissing on the first date. I like it to be known that I like to be physically intimate on the first date. And if they're not okay with that, well, then it comes back to a qualification and a selection metric at the beginning of the date, before the date even happened. I need to make sure that I'm actually going on dates with people that share similar interests with me, so it's not a waste of each other's time. Because here's the thing, it could be robotic, it could be, mechanical, like we're just going through this for sex, but there needs to be some sort of emotional connection there for the kiss to even happen in the first place. So I set that kiss up with talking about physical intimacy. How comfortable are you with physical intimacy? Does it take you a little bit longer? Do you like somebody? Like, how do you show that you like them? Are you affectionate with them? I'm an affectionate guy. Hey, come over here. Let me be affectionate with you. And then I warm up the kiss with kisses on the forehead, or kisses on the cheek. Or we're playing a game. Say I take a girl over to a shisha lounge or a tea spot or a coffee place, and there's a chess set, or we're playing some sort of little game, and I'll say, all right, winner gets a kiss on the cheek. That's how I'll set it up. And then I make them give me a kiss on the cheek, I'll give them a kiss on the cheek back, and then that sets up some real physical intimacy right there. If they say that they're not ready for that, then I start the conversation again of like, okay, well, how do you know when you like somebody? What are your telltale signs? How do you express that you like somebody? Are you usually physically intimate on the first date? These are questions that I'm legitimately asking, and if it's not in alignment, I'll be like, ooh, that sounds like a little bit different than what I am actually looking for out of my dating experience. Do you mind if we talk about that a little bit? What your expectations are, what you plan on happening this evening, and then you can go into an open and honest conversation at the end of the day with that. But if you're finding yourself not being able to even get to the point of physical intimacy, there's a level of calmness that you have to have internally. Like, energy is just a transfer of feelings. And if your energy is feeling really tense, really nervous, well, you got to do the activity a few times to get into a comfortable place. Here's the thing, you're not going to be comfortable. Change the word confident with comfortable. That's a great way to go ahead and circumvent this feeling of, oh, I'm not confident. Well, you're just not comfortable with that activity yet. And the only way that you can get comfortable with that activity is if you do it a few times, or get okay with the idea and calm your central nervous system. Meditation, journaling, working out, calming down your central nervous system to be able to feel okay with that. Because if you're fighting shame, if you're fighting emotion, if you're fighting the feeling of like, oh, somebody told me that I shouldn't do this thing, and you're walking into the situation like that, it's like trying to type into a calculator the inputs that you want, but you're holding down the multiplication sign when you really should be doing addition, or you want subtraction or something of the sort. So you're gonna have skewed inputs that are gonna prevent you from having the outputs that it is that you truly desire. I'm spitting bars right now. You should be writing this down. So I set up the kiss this way. With the physical intimacy, like, hey, are you okay with physical intimacy? I like physical intimacy. And then we do a game, playful, fun, kiss on the cheek, kiss on the cheek. And then sometimes what I like to do when I set up the kiss, if it doesn't naturally just come between like the kiss on the cheek, and you could tell that she wants to kiss you if she leans into the kiss on the cheek, if she leans in the kiss on the forehead, if she looks at your eyes, looks at your lips, looks at your eyes, and she kind of like, you can feel the energetic exchange, which you're gonna learn over time as it goes, and you find yourself more comfortable in this situation. Well, remember, comfortable is confidence with just a different name to it. But if I'm still feeling like maybe there's like a little bit of a bridge to gap between like, hey, just kiss me right now and where we're at, what I'll say is, do you like guys that are more about words or more about actions? I'll say it just like that. And 99.9% of the time they say, well, I like a man that's about action. I'll be like, okay. And then I'll just go in for the kiss right there. This is A-level game right here, gentlemen. And the way that you set this up is you have to be on the same side as them. You can't just like jump up and kiss them around the table. You want to be on the same side of the booth. Booths, women love booths. Tables, meh. Booths, fire. They want to feel comfy, they want to feel confident, they want to feel secure inside of that booth where you can feel that physical intimacy between the two people. Don't sit across from your date, sit on the same side as the date. It's you and them with the date, not you versus them at the date. So when you're going ahead and you're going in for the kiss there, you can feel what the energy is. If she rejects you, if she rejects the first kiss, be like, oh, maybe too soon. And then she's like, yeah, I don't really kiss on the first date. And then I'll be like, you don't kiss on the first date? Whew. Well, shit. I think we're just a little bit too different on this. And then I'll literally walk away from the date right there, because it comes down to a qualification thing, because I know what I like. If she says, yeah, like I'm attracted to you, but I'm just not there yet, then okay, I'll go ahead and work on it. But if she has this preconceived notion that she's not going to kiss on the first date, she has a hard set rule, that's just not a girl that I'm looking to spend time with. Transparently and honestly, if I was looking to date for marriage, that would be a much more attractive qualification metric for me. But right now, at my point in life, man, I'm shooting shots, buddy. I'm 29, turning 30, feeling like the buffest that I've ever been, the most handsome that I've ever been, some of the most confident that I've ever been, business doing the best it's ever been. I'm on an upward trajectory as a stock. And you want to come over and hop on this train, you can. And this is the mindset that I have. Like, this is the mindset I walk in with. The mindset that you have is the clothes that you wear in a spiritual sense. Like, I'm confident, I am strong, I am independent, I am a individual that goes above and beyond for himself and the people around him. These are the thoughts that I think, these are the words that I speak, this is the energy that I carry, so that I can go ahead and enjoy life at a certain level and a certain mindset. If you're finding yourself internally saying, oh, she's not going to kiss me because my breath smells, she's not going to do it, you have to secure all of those insecurities, or else they're going to be like the concrete shoes when you're trying to swim up river. It doesn't work out. I'm telling you right now, it does not work out when you're trying to fight against yourself and then get to an end goal as well. So clear those insecurities, remove those doubts from your mind, work on those what it is you need to work upon, so that you can feel comfortable in these situations. So to answer the question bluntly, plainly, and truly, should you kiss on the first date? I'm not going on a second date if she doesn't accept the kiss. Truly and honestly, if she's saying, hey, you know, I want this is for marriage, I'm looking for that, I'll tell you, hey, I'm not looking for the same thing right now, and that's completely okay. I wish you abundance, I wish you peace, I wish you health, because the thing is, whatever I wish on her has to go through me. This is more like a metaphysical lesson, but whatever I wish on somebody else has to pass through me first. Like, hey, I wish you find the perfect guy for you. That has to pass through me. I wish you make $1 million this year. That has to pass through me. That has to pass through me to get to her, and I receive those residual feelings. So if it's like, hey, it's just a difference of dates, well, then just go get more freaking leads, buddy. Go get more phone numbers, go get more opportunities, and find what it is that you really like. If you find that girls from you know, the Middle East don't really vibe with your personality so much in the sense of you want to kiss on the first date, go find girls from Latin America. Go find girls from South America. Go find girls from Brazil. They're out there. You're just not doing the work right now, essentially, to get in front of the right people. So it's a selection metric at the end of the day. You can't you can't get a Whopper from McDonald's. You can't get a Big Mac from Burger King. Just know that when you're stepping into the game. How many minutes are we at?
15.
Dang, I'd be talking for a minute. So with that being said, should you kiss on the first date? My answer is yes. A physical date without physical intimacy is just a meeting, and I'm not going on meetings with girls in 2020. I saw a comment the other day. Cracked me up. I forgot what it was. What he's talking about, like, oh, this is still happening in the Big 25. And the Big 25 is crazy. Going on dates without physical intimacy in the Big 25 is comedy. Never go on a date in the Big 25 without at least going for the kiss. If you guys are new here, hit subscribe. If you're old here, leave a comment with something that you learned from the video. I love making these videos. We're doing 3 a day for right now, for the foreseeable future. I'm trying to do like 100 videos for September. Just drop fucking bangers on you guys. I love you dearly. It's your boy Tristan, freaking social. Should you go on the kiss on the first date? My answer is yes. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.